Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all from wherever you're watching. This one's going to be a very quick one. Currently in the middle of redecorating my flat slash video slash podcast studio, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that. My house is very, very messy right now. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep this one brief. I don't have my usual setup, and I just wanted to answer a quick question also. So, actually, let's do that first. I'm just going to my Telegram here. So, in regards to how you actually get started with the Gold Community Group. So many people have joined this channel, and as I've seen in my YouTube comment section, he was like, how do I actually get into the main community group? So simply, as you can see here, usually when you come into the group, the Kaizen Trade Ideas and Results, you see this pin message right here. All you simply have to do is click that, and it will take you to the top of the chat where I've actually pinned this message and given you exactly how to get started with instructions step by step, step one to step five. Okay, all you have to do is literally do that, and then you get into the Gold Community Group. And that's how simple it is. Again, nothing complicated. There's no subscription fee, which is again something someone asked me. There's no subscription fee. All you simply have to do is register your Vantage account under this link, which is my link. It gets referred to me. You get put into the Gold Community Group and you trade away. That's literally it. There's no subscription, there's no any other membership, there's nothing else you have to do. You just need to fund your account, minimum £250, and then message this chat to get your verification done. Okay, so it's literally just to me, and then verifies that you've deposited, and then you get put into the group. That's how simple it is. Nothing more complicated than that. There's no hidden fees. There's like nothing like that. You just literally get put into the group. You trade. As far as you're under the referral link, you're good to go. That's literally it. So hopefully that makes more sense. You know where to find it, and see you on the other side for this week. I'm just gonna cover gold for today, just to kind of understand what we might be looking at for this week. So let me take a step back quickly. So on the daily, okay, so last week and a week before, I was looking at price potentially coming under here for sell side liquidity before going up. It didn't do it, okay, for 2 weeks. Okay, so here it just didn't give us that sell side liquidity. Structure was to the downside, as you can see, it was kind of in between actually. We didn't break that high, we didn't break this low, so it was in between. So anything could happen. Okay, so those are the sell side liquidities I was looking at on the smaller time frames. Price was pointing towards the downside. Okay, was looking at price bouncing potentially from here to then head up. Didn't give us that either. Okay, so we understand what's going on from a holistic view. Let's start zooming in. Okay, so when we're looking at the 4 hour, so again, remember we had this price, we took out the structure through here, we made this low, dips under here, and we thought potentially we can actually come into this H4 and then make this move. Okay, it didn't give us that. We just that kept on going up from there. Okay, so when I'm looking at things now, and we broke past this buy side liquidity, which is quite key. Okay, and I'll break down what I was looking at previously and what might be potentially happening. So when we're looking at this buy side liquidity, we broke past that last week. Okay, so now heading into this week, I'm very curious about two things. Do we get a pullback into here and continue going? And I'll show you why we might continue going in a sec. Do we get that pullback into this H4 POI and continue going? Okay, it's also risky because it's built up a nice trend line. So this is it'll be a very interesting one if it does come down here. Okay, or do we come slightly further down into towards these areas? So those are the two scenarios what I'm looking at. Thinking, cool, do we bounce off here? Very risky because of the trend line. So we could continue just sifting through. And then obviously we then meet our H4 POI that I was looking at previously. So let me just draw this out here. So those are the two possibilities I'm seeing right now. Do we respect this and bounce up? Or do we sift through, break this trend, and then come down towards these kind of POIs? Those are the two scenarios I'm looking at. So when we're looking at potentially price bouncing from this H4, okay, when we're looking at $3,400 per ounce, when we start looking further adrift, and this is something I was looking at a long time ago, and I marked out and I said I would love for something like this to happen. Let me just zoom in. Okay, we had this buy side liquidity. I think that was all-time highs at that point. I said I'd love for price to do something like this, break that, and then come down and then give us that move. As you can see, we didn't quite come up to give us that move, but we did actually go down into those areas, as you can see, and then price started going up again. So when I'm looking at that now, and I'll just place a horizontal line across here so we know that's buy side. So when we're looking at that now, what do you think might be happening? Okay, look how close we are to that. So as much as I want price to come down and do this and then bounce up, I think you might just go for it straight away. and then give us potentially the move. Let me just go back here. The move that I wanted initially anyway. Okay, well, I wanted price to break above, do the signature move. Okay, let's just move this here. Okay, break above, do the signature move, and then do its thing. Okay, so we might get that here now. Okay, so this is where, let me just do this. Okay, so this is where it starts piquing my interest, thinking, oh, interesting. And remember, we didn't take none of this sell side liquidity. And I was curious, I was like, why wouldn't it take it when it's right there? So now when I'm looking at it, especially being this high, I'm thinking, can price do the signature move and then start coming for these areas now? Okay, so again, as you already know, signature move will be something like this, where we take out the high, do the thing, break the structure, maybe create some equal lows or something, then come back for our mitigation and then start moving to the downside. So that would be the ideal scenario. Right now is Monday. Markets, I think it was bank holiday in America today as well. So markets were a bit choppy. So we'll see exactly what we can actually get from that. But in the ideal situation, okay, and let me just draw this out. In the ideal situation, okay, we will get the move I drew out previously already. So I might do that, fake it out, break above, then break below, do the signature move, and then start heading down towards these areas. So in an ideal world, that's what I would love to see. Okay, but we just have to wait for price right now because, like I said, price can also just come down. Let me just actually use an arrow instead of using this thing. Um, there's the arrow move to again. Yeah. Okay, instead of doing the signature move, it might just come down to here and then just bounce up and keep going. Who knows? Okay, but right now we have made a breakthrough buy side liquidity. So naturally, this makes more sense to me. But again, we'll look out for signs of price wanting to potentially make a pullback into here and then making a move up there. Okay, so those are the two scenarios I'm looking at right now. And then saying which one makes more sense to me right now. I think the buy side liquidity makes more sense breaking under here and then looking at all these kind of POIs to then go down. Okay, so that's literally all I'm going to share for now because I mean, markets have been interesting, is probably the word to use. Okay, and like I said, it is bank holiday in the US today, I believe. So, yeah, not much has happened. So, as we already know, let me just show this before I shoot off. Okay, as we already know, let me just put this up. This is what tends to happen. Okay, this is what tends to happen when the week starts. Okay, so when we're looking at this, Sunday, okay, we already know what's happened. Monday, retrace, rebalance previous week's price action. Tuesday, okay, we already know what's happened there. So we already understand what is happening throughout the week, basically. Okay, so tomorrow, can we see a higher of the week? Hopefully, we've got, like I just showed you. Wednesday, can we see a midweek reversal, especially if Tuesday's objective has not been met? And then Thursday, push into the weekly point of interest, which I believe would be, why is this thing? Oh yeah, I forgot I've got this. I was wondering why it kept on clicking. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Okay, so I'm thinking, can we start pushing until it's here by Thursday or maybe even lower? Okay, that's what I'd love to see if we actually get that kind of move. And then Friday, obviously, just pull back or whatever else happens, just like what happened again on Friday. So yeah, we'll see if we can get that move. But yeah, that's literally what I want to share. So again, I'm just going to cover this in regards to how you actually get started. Again, once you join the Kaizen group, which is my group right here. Okay, this is my free channel just to show results and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so once you go into here, then you just literally click the pin message, and then through the pin message, you're going to see exactly how to get started with the step by steps, explaining exactly how to do exactly that. So until next time, guys, I hope you have a great week. And hopefully by next week, I'll have my full setup, my new decorated kind of studio, if you want to call it that. And then I'll be dishing out a lot more videos, doing a lot more content, just not just weekly overviews, but doing a lot more content, mindset, trading, just various things around trading, mindset, all of that kind of stuff. So until next time, guys, peace out, take care, have a good week.